Well, as you know, this Sunday is Easter Sunday. Joining me now to discuss ways to commemorate Holy Week in these unprecedented times is Christian prophetic leader Dr. Joshua Fowler. Joshua, you've organized what's called a global communion service this Wednesday. Why do you feel it's important for people to come together on the same day at the same time?
Well, in a time like this where people are hopeless and people are in fear, I believe we need to come together as the body of Christ and release the hope that we can only find through Jesus. And I believe, even as the Lord spoke to me, He said to gather my people, gather my prophets, and as we gather together, we return and remember Him at His table, that there would be a turning of the tide as we turn to Him. So I believe like never before, the body of Christ needs to come in a spirit of humility and recognize that Jesus is the only one that can bring the cure and bring healing to the land.
So Joshua, tell me a little bit about who's taking part and what this service will look like.
Well, when the Lord spoke to me about this, I wanted to make sure that this was the timing of the Lord and that this is what He desired. So I reached out to a few friends. We have leaders like Bishop Joseph Garlington, Bishop Harry Jackson. We have Pastor Samuel Rodriguez. We have Cindy Jacobs, Sean Bowles, Dutch Sheets, Patricia King, Kim Jones, or she's known as Real Talk Kim. We have Tom and Jane Hammond, and the list goes on of great leaders from all around the world, from Africa. We have people come on from Papua New Guinea, from New Zealand, from Asia, all over the world, gathering together simultaneously, taking communion and remembering the Lord.
So how does this work on a practical level? Are people just taking whatever they have at home for the folks who want to participate?
Yes. You know, there are some people that might be able to have grape juice, or they might be able to have the bread. And so I've just encouraged people just to get what you can that would symbolize the body of the Lord and represent the cup of the Lord. And let's come together and let's see as we return to Him. Here's what He said to me. He said, "These are the days of the great return." He said, "As my people return to me and remember me," there's going to be a turning of the tide, not only for COVID-19, but a turning of the tide for the nations, for global harvest. The nations are going to turn and seek the Lord as we return and remember Him.
Joshua, finally, for people who want to learn more about it or maybe join the Global Communion Service, where can they find out details?
You can find out more at our website at awaketheworld.org, or you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Joshua Fowler, as well as on Instagram at The Joshua Fowler. We want to see you come, your families come, your children gather around the table of the Lord with us, and let's remember the Lord. And I believe we're going to see the turning of the tide.
Dr. Joshua Fowler, thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you and the event much success.
Thank you, sir.